Now, my friend, for the people that love to move in the waters, oh, there's a new threat there. Which, for the people that don't know how to swim, like me myself, together with other few guys, which I'm not sure if they really do exist, we could be safe. Because, my friend, the new threat in the waters is not a fish, neither, my friend, is it an octopus or those things that swim. It's a land animal, a lion. This one, they have even named it the maritime lion. Found in Namibia, my friend, these things hunt in the waters. It's unbelievable. I might try to explain about them much, but I might end up losing you. So, my friend, listen to these good vibes guys that know more about them. Listen.
Those are not your average lions. Those might be the most terrifying lions on planet Earth. Let me explain. Meet the maritime lions of Namibia. There's only about 12 to 15 of these big kitties left in the world, and they're all found here on the Skeleton Coast. And as their name would suggest, these bad boys are the world's only marine lions. Marine, as in they hunt in water. But there's a reason. Over the years, the food on Skeleton Coast has began to run scarce. And because of that, it's forced these lions to take their talents to the water. And they've become good at it. According to researchers, 86% of their diet is literally just marine life. Various species of fish, seabirds, seals, and in some cases, even a beached whale. These lions eat whales. That is not a sentence I'd ever thought I'd say. Moral of the story, if you ever find yourself in this part of the world, be careful. Mufasa learned how to swim. And as always, follow for more facts.
Okay, that one is quite interesting. But for us from this side of the world, we don't see it much of a threat. Maybe an improvement in nature. If those guys have known how to hunt in waters, is interesting. We live with them from this side of the world. They don't ask us. They eat the things on land, like nature feeds itself. And it's good vibes. I'm seeing them learn new tactics here and I'm surprised. The lions are also upgrading. Maybe one day they start even putting on some clothes. But anyway, as we are still on animals, this good vibes guy in Kalimantan, Indonesia, saw something huge. Huge, my friend. If they didn't know what it was, they could have mistaken it for an alien or Bigfoot himself. But instead, it was a giant orangutan. Look at this thing, my friend, and wonder at its size.
Tiknya yuk. Oh, ganang yun. Selfie dia.
What? Imagine the guys living in that homestead there. Imagine you opening the door, going out to get some fresh air, only to meet with that huge thing there. What could be your first impression? Would you first try to hug it, cuddle it, or you do like the way I see some English people do here? Pull up some pew pew and deal with the thing permanently. But that's not the best idea. Now, my friend, animals are wonderful, great, and beautiful. And there's myths around some animals. Like from this side of the world, when we see an owl, when people hear an owl sound, maybe most people think it's a sign of bad omen. Or maybe there is a death that will happen soon. And for that reason alone, when you see owls or hear them sound, people start praying, calling to the creator and praying so that you can stop any bad thing that could happen soon. But now, my friend, it's quite different in different places of the world because in English lands, there's this good vibes grandma who has been visited by some owl. And what's her theory about it? Listen to it, my friend, and tell me if it really makes sense.
Okay, TikTok, look at my grandma's weekly visitor. Oh, hey. This guy just comes and hangs out with my grandma every so often. We think it's my grandpa, because, why wouldn't it be? But he's very...
Grandma thinks it's her husband. Yeah. Why wouldn't it be? Why shouldn't it be? I know people are probably looking to me to say, well, is it? Grandma knows. This is Grandma's guide. This is Grandma's spiritual connection. This isn't mine. This isn't anyone else's to decide. This is grandma's. Only she knows. From a psychic medium perspective, though, I can feel from this incredible creature how they are very clear about their purpose and reason for being there. This is not an accident. This is not an animal that's lost, confused. This animal is very clear about why it is supposed to be there. And I'm feeling multiple reasons. One is, yes, that is her late husband. Two, this animal is there to connect her to the spirit world. Because we all have these moments in life where animals in particular are sent to us to teach us about how we are more than just these bodies. And that we can communicate with these animals with intuition. And that communication is happening here. And you might say, well, is she communicating with her husband or the owl? Same thing. The husband is speaking through the owl, but the owl is also speaking to her. So she's communicating with her late husband and also with the animal.
What are you saying? I'm sorry, and I don't mean to hurt anyone's feeling, but myself, as an African, seeing an owl, that's the first sign of death. I even think the owl is the face of death itself. If death had a face, my friend, it would be the face of an owl. That's what we believe from this side of the world. Don't judge me for that. I'm sure even where you come from, you have different beliefs. But just speaking my mind, that's what happens. You know what's even more strange in this video? That the owl was seen in daytime. What? Daytime? Owls? You guys, you don't know. It's like English people. You should come to this side of the world and learn some things. We thought you knew everything, but you come to realize day after day that not so. It's not like you. It's like you don't know everything. Some of these things only people from this side of the world can teach you. But anyways, you leave your thoughts, my friend. Maybe that all is just those guys' friends. I wouldn't want that. Now, my friend, there's this instrument called the gyroscope. Most people think that could be the perfect example and illustration that the earth is either flat or spherical. That doesn't matter, my friend. Let's watch this video and hear what our brother is telling us. Does every gyroscope really account for the curvature of the earth? Really? Leave your comments down below as you listen to brother here.
Did you know that every gyroscope does not actually account for the curvature of the Earth? When they are designed, they are already made to be level with the surface of the Earth. So that means that when you get up into an airplane and you start flying it, and you're going over the constantly curving surface of the Earth, the gyroscope cannot adjust to that. So that means that the plane would never actually understand where it is in space and time. And this would be really dangerous. Well, that's not what happens. The gyroscope doesn't have to constantly adjust because it is already even with the flat and non-rotating surface. And did you know that an SR-71 Blackbird can travel at up to 2,200 miles per hour? Well, they flew this thing from New York to London in an hour and 54 minutes. It went an average of 1,800 miles per hour. Which means that it would have to dip the nose down and actually travel downward at 880 feet per second to account for the curvature of the Earth. And the higher it goes up, the more it has to tilt its nose down to account for the curvature of the Earth. No fighter jets do this, no airplanes do this. We are flying over a flat and non-rotating surface. I made this video entirely for entertainment purposes only.
Yo, man, this is the debate about the shape of the earth. It's always mind-boggling. I wonder why people never come to agreement of what the real shape is. Reminds us, my friend, of what we preach here. Lots of honesty needed in this world. Now, my friend, in the past, our ancestors used to live in caves. But now, people live in houses. And once we left the caves, we left them completely and agreed that no one should be going back there. But my friend, humans with their curiosity, do they really hear? People are always going in caves and finding mysterious things that they wouldn't have found if they didn't go inside them. Take a look at this coming video, my friends, and tell me, if these guys just stayed at home, could they have come across this? Let's watch together, but thanks to them anyway, now we know what's in there.
Zobacz, oko cyklopa. Zobaczcie.
To jest twarz!
Dlatego to się nazywa jaskinia cyklopa.
Niech mnie wiści! Ty! Aby tam w nocy tu wchodzi!
Właśnie to chciałem powiedzieć, wyobraź sobie, że w nocy tutaj jesteś.
This is a one-eyed cyclops inside a cave. Yo,
Ty, Adrian! Chodź coś zobaczysz. Adrian, patrzcie, zobacz.
one day, this curiosity will lead us to the zombie apocalypse.
Ty, tu gościu siedzi. W szacie. Ja pierdolę, co to, nogi?
That's a chair. This is someone's. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look, this is a headless person sitting down, and you are in his house. The cave brothers.
Ale tu są stopy normalne.
No mnich tutaj. Jest rzeźba mnicha przedstawiana. Jak siedzi, zobaczcie, tu jest sznurek, który mnisi mają przy pasie. Ona schodzi w dół naturalnie.
I mostly thank God I'm an African, my friend, because my instincts could not have. Once I saw the cyclops there at the entrance, yeah, that was the first sign to go back.
Powiem wam tak.
It's like good vibes here don't have the instincts.
Ja cię kręcę. Słuchajcie, znaleźć to miejsce, to
I wouldn't have reached that far. What if we went all that distance inside the cave there, my friend, and it's locked from the inside, like what we see in horror movies, and that's it, deal done for you. But hey, well, humans, my friend, are something else, unbelievable. But anyway, let's just leave that aside. Let's head straight to the waters, my friend, because these AI data centers have been consuming lots of water for cooling down. And now, the new science guys, have decided or are trying new ways of cooling these things down. And not just that, maybe even some better ways to conserve water. Look at this video, my friend, listen and watch it closely. Tell me, my friend, if this isn't advancement in technology.
They sank a data center to the bottom of the ocean for 2 years, and when they pulled it up, it was covered in life. The company that did this was Microsoft, and they discovered that the servers at the bottom of the ocean failed about 8 times less than the ones on land, and the sea life moved in as if the thing belonged there. Now, startups are taking it further. One startup called Panthalassa just raised $140 million to float entire AI data centers in the open ocean, and they pull energy from wave power and are cooled by the sea. And as someone who genuinely loves the ocean, I think this might actually be a good thing, because the AI data centers that we already have, the ones on land, are problematic. Last year, they drank about 264 billion gallons of fresh water, a lot of it while most of the country was in a drought. The ocean versions barely touch our fresh water or our power grid. The sea powers and cools them for free. Now here's the honest part. This only works if the companies building these data centers treat the ocean with respect. Saltwater eats hardware, storms wreck things, and if these data centers get abandoned or left to corrode, we just trade a water problem on land for a junk problem at sea. The ocean is not a dumping ground, so these solutions should be built to be pulled back, maintained, and cleaned up. Do that, and the ocean might end up being the best home that AI ever finds. If you find this kind of stuff interesting or helpful, make sure to follow me for more AI tips and tricks.
Okay. Do you think that's a good solution, my friend, to that problem? Maybe they would have found a better way. Maybe reduced the size of those things. I don't know. You, myself, friend, you know better. But it feels like there's something in me that feels like that wasn't the best solution. But that's just me. And your opinion is what matters the most here. So tell us yours down below. And as you watch this video, my friend, what's the time? What's the time where you are watching from? Because, my friend, as you tell me the time that you are watching for. It's unbelievable, and it's hard to comprehend that humans could not be understanding time itself. That maybe time was a new concept to us, and the way we understand it isn't really the way it is. Let's look at this video, my friend. Listen to it closely and tell me what you think about it by the end. This is quite interesting.
What is time though?
So this is another very frustrating topic. When you ask a physicist what is time, the most cogent definition that I've ever heard comes from a Nobel laureate, Frank Wilczek, and he said time is what a clock measures. Okay, thanks very much. It's like a tautology, It's like a San Diego weather forecast. It's pretty much constant throughout. That doesn't help you. It doesn't really do anything. It's a tautology. So I said, well, that's very fine and good, but actually the reason is because there is no time. Time doesn't exist. Multiple things that are proxies for time exist. One of them is, like I said, the hair color on your chin, the size of your toddler, and then a couple of years later, the sensation of being with a beautiful girl, and how that for me, my wife, time passes by until one of the kids comes in and interrupts. Right? These are all different notions of time. Some say time has more than one dimension. Our friend Eric Weinstein claims that time actually has multiple dimensions, and then that might not preclude time travel, as ordinary conceptions of physics seem to do. Now, that's one extreme, but the fact is, time is essentially a quantity that we don't understand how it came to be, and yet everything is predicated on it. My job is predicated on the universe coming into existence. There was some day, right, Peter? We sit here today. It's a Monday, and God help us, we'll get through it with enough coffee and good conversation. But we sit here on a Monday, we go back 24 hours, it was Sunday, keep going back, go back weeks, months, years, billions of years. There was some day, 13.826 billion years ago, that you could say in terms of 24 hours. There was no sun, there was no earth, there was no human, but the universe began on that day, right? But what does that mean? The universe began at a moment? Well, how does something initiate a moment when there's no moments before that moment to initiate? What is it pushing back on, right? There's no action without reaction, right? So if you're pushing on this table, I move backwards, right? It's basic law of your countryman Isaac Newton. But if there's no time, how does time come into existence? These are very mysterious concepts, right? So the essence of my research is to ask that question: what happened on the Sunday before the Big Bang? What was that? There's a notion you can conceive of it, but you can't actually say for sure that there wasn't a universe for which time to emerge out of, or out of which time has emerged. So is time emergent? Does it only kind of correspond to the mutual agreement of all other particles, matter, conscious beings in the universe? Or is it completely independent? Is it a dimension? Like space has, 3 dimensions of space, at least according to non-string theorists who believe that there's 10 dimensions, right? But for us, we have this notion that time sort of is this inexorable thing that just keeps proceeding, but we have no idea why. So my research is sort of focused on those questions. Why does time have a direction? Can we slow down time? Can we modulate time? We can go back and forth in space, right? You can go left. You didn't have to come here, right? So you can go wherever you like in space. You can remember the past. Why can't you remember the future? And what, if anything, does that have to do with the connection to the origin of the universe itself?
The following footage documents Forrester Watershed and his lifelong mission to heal injured trees. Forrester is demonstrating his mastery of tree grafting, a technique he has refined over 25 years of dedicated practice in the forest outside Asheville, North Carolina. He moves methodically from tree to tree, identifying specimens that have lost limbs to storm damage, old age, or outside interference. Forrester does not consider himself an arborist. He considers himself a healer. Each graft is performed in silence. Forrester has stated that the trees respond better without unnecessary noise. Forrester asked for nothing in return. He stated, "It is payment enough to just know that when I die, that I will have had a positive impact in my own small way."
Double salute for this guy, man. This is incredible. Yeah. I'm sure that's a good vibes guy. I'm very, very sure. Because my friend, that's incredible. Good vibes guys out there healing the universe. May God also heal his heart, give him joy, goodness and peace. And you my friend, from where you have been watching from, have some lovely time, child of God, and may good vibes come your way. Peace and love to you, wonderful soul. Watch this video here, you might as well enjoy. It's full of good vibes.